Hi scrappy friends, welcome to my channel today. We are hopping today. I've got a lot of stuff going on today on my channel, so welcome. The first thing that I am sharing is a layout for Shannon Keith, so she's Chaos TN, and she hit 2,000 subscribers. It's her anniversary. She's been on YouTube for 2 years as well. So she is doing a hop and a giveaway. So I will make sure I link to the other people playing along and her channel. So hop along. I have no idea what giveaway she's doing, but I know she loves to do giveaways, and so her channel is super fun. I love watching her. She's just always wanting to try things, and you know, that's like my thing too. So, and she's just so much fun, and you can't beat a Southern accent in my opinion. So anyway, I'm super happy that I could join in on Shannon's celebration, and I am doing this layout right here. So you've seen some pictures, some really horrible pictures that are screenshots, because that's the only thing I could find of the layouts that I did when I first did my channel. And I started so part of what Shannon wanted us to do is scrap lift our first video that we put on YouTube. So here we are. And I will say, this layout does not really look anything like the other one. I struggled with this. I struggled hard. I think it was because of the fact that I was getting in my head about needing to recreate an old layout. And honestly, this is a sketch. So I used a sketch in that original video, which I don't even remember where it's from. It might be Scrapbook Generation, but it could not. I don't know. But anyway, and just even how I scrapbooked originally when I first started my channel was a lot different. I was just starting to play with mixed media when I started and stuff. So you guys, if you want to see my evolution of that, go ahead and watch it. But my first video is so hard to watch. It is so hard. The audio is not that great. The lighting's not that good. But I was like so hungry to do a YouTube channel. And I had some amazing friends who just cheered me on, like we all do. And so I know Moira was one of my first few people who commented like on a regular basis. And so she just has a special place in my heart. Anyway, so I struggled with this. I think I was just overcomplicating it. So I'm using, what kit is this? I think this was the March kit for the Love of Homemade kits. So I'm mostly using those to scrap for right now, because it makes it really easy to have papers that I know that are gonna match together and stuff. So, but I do think I pull in some stuff from April too. So I know that Pink Fresh Studio paper might be from April. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to put in that? Because there's stuff on each sides of the bottom left, and then the top, like right above the photo on the right, that bottom photo. And so there's stuff like kind of there in the sketch, like there's flags and stuff, and I had originally put arrows which worked really well. It was super cute. And I struggled because I wanted to also use mixed media on this, and that just wasn't working. The stuff I made just didn't feel like it went. So, and I'm really stuck on these cards, guys. I moved these around a bit. I probably could have edited me moving these around, but I think that like part of the reason why I show some of this stuff, I know it's kind of boring because we just move our papers around, but I think it just really goes to show the struggle that sometimes, or that we really take our time to contemplate of like how we're putting things down. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just slap it down and stuff. And especially for this one, I wanted to be really intentional because I was going back and recreating something I did, but also I'm recreating something that I don't normally do now. I don't usually use sketches like that. And I don't know why I stick away from that. And I do lots of different types of sketches that really aren't my style, but I do. When I really want a good sketch, I'm not going for one that doesn't seem like it's going to fit my style. But this is the fun and the joy in, especially going back to see how you evolved and to just see kind of like how your brain thinks about things differently. You know, like back when I first started scrapping and I made that first video, I did use sketches quite a bit because it helped me figure out like where the placement of things should go and stuff. And so I cut that happy down, guys. Let me get back to this. So I cut the happy down because I wanted to use it, but it was a little too big. That card was a little too big on that bottom left side. And I didn't want it hanging out so much. So I put that happy there. It's not going to stay. Actually, I don't even think it ends up on my layout. But I really wanted that happy to work. And I'm looking through, I have some Amy Tan acetate pieces, and they're super fun because they have that watercolor look. And I thought, oh, I might be able to tie this in. But I did not like that blue. I didn't think that blue worked that well. It's not bad, but with that peachy orange color and the pinks and stuff, I just didn't think it worked. And those cards are Pink Fresh Studio. That was like, gosh, a long time ago. I'm not sure if that was in a kit when they had their kits. I pull in more stuff because I actually used a lot of their stuff in one of my kits. I'm not sure if it was April or March. So, because at this point, I'm kind of just like putting them all together. Like, I haven't done hardly any layouts in April, right? And then at the end, I'm like knocking them all out. I've just been really excited to scrapbook, guys. So, I don't know if you guys get like that where you like have a busy week and you don't really scrapbook that much. So, like, the next week, you're just hungry and ready to get in there and get like a lot done. And so that's kind of where I was at. And so, and there's a lot of playing in there. And I think that's the thing that I've always done like on my channel. And it's fun to see the evolution. It's just like the things you've gravitated towards in the past and what you gravitate towards now, and like how all of those things change. I don't know. I'm trying so many different things in that corner. Eventually I do find something. I put one of these at first because I thought, oh, this will give it texture. It'll be kind of fun. The photo is my daughter and my husband working on a pegboard in my craft room. And so they're playing with power tools. And I thought, I took some pictures while they were doing stuff. And then I thought, hey, you know, let's get some pictures with them with power tools, because who doesn't like to play with power tools? My husband was super happy that he got to get a saw when he was making this. So, you know. But anyway, so I thought, oh, that texture piece will look really cool there, right? Those were in when Pink Fresh Studio was doing like their monthly kits. I don't know who got them, but I absolutely love them. You got like a little stamp. You got like lots of different texture stuff. They were really mindful of that. And anyway, so I use that fabric piece, which doesn't stay, and then that tag, which I absolutely love that tag. It's super fun. It matches really well. I'm still trying to use that happy. At some point over here, I think I kind of decide, okay, I'm not going to worry about that happy. Because at this point, I'm not really sure how it fits. So, and I think this is also where the hard part was, is like, I knew where the title was on originally, right? And I'm wanting this to fit like how my style is now, but I don't usually do so blocky. So this was, in a way, this was a good layout to do because it really had to re-stretch me again. And I was really sad that I didn't use any mixed media on here, really. Like, that would have been really nice to show, like, the evolution of my style. But anyway. Anywho, you know, but it was super fun to go back. It's like, I really tried to listen to that first video. So I don't advise it to anybody. I mean, if you really want to see, like, how I've changed, then go ahead and listen. I'll make sure I link it below. So I think these are Amy Tan. Either that or they are, no, you know what? Those might be Heidi Swap. I don't know. Anyway. So I really love this Pink Brush Studio flag thing. And it kind of is reminiscent of the icons that they use on the sketch, which you won't see again. But, and so that ends up being there. And honestly, it works perfectly. The colors look so good because they use a lot of the same colors. So they match from kit or collection to collection. So, and that's one thing that I love that companies like this are mindful. So I realize I need to get this title on. We are almost done. So hopefully you guys follow the hop because Shannon had such an amazing idea. This is so much fun. It was so fun going back to my very first video. Like, gosh, it's like, and I realized like I'm about to hit 11 years and it's just crazy, you know? So, anybody who's been around and does videos for any amount of time, you know, I just really like to help celebrate. So I'm super excited, and she hit 2,000 subscribers. So that's awesome. Like, sometimes it takes forever to hit those milestones. So it's always fun to celebrate the milestones. So I'm working on this title. I know I want it to say Love Power Tools. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out which ones to use. And I did pick out like one bold one with all the different colors, and I had that black and then the white. I wanted to kind of go with either colors that were on the layout or colors that weren't going to be bold for every single different alpha, because I don't have enough alphas on one sheet for the most part to make a whole title. And I love that look of having a different fonts for your title. It's just fun. So I decided to put the power this way, since I'm trying to create something in that corner, because there was like flags and stuff, right? And there was a banner, and I just did straight across pieces instead of a banner. So I do change the sketch, which I end up liking this a lot. I do like this a lot. So it's just different from what I do now. So it was fun. It was fun. I really got to stretch and learn. And I did have fun doing it. So, in the colors. So I ended up moving those 3 strips below the title. And I really like how it boxes it in and just kind of helps make it. And so the last thing I'm going to do is draw a line. This is something I used to do a lot. I don't think I did it on that layout, but I wanted to pay another homage. And I'm going to use a marker pen to go across. Now, as I'm doing this, I realized, dang, this is not the same color. I forgot it was a little bit more blue than teal. And so that kind of sucks, but I'm going to do a little like squiggles that look like I sewed on it, and then this is it. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely make sure that you look below so you can see who else is playing along today, and you can hop and help celebrate Shannon and her milestones, and I can't wait to see what she does for her next milestone. So I'll see you guys later, and have a great scrappy week. Bye.